Hello everyone, this is Ulises, welcome back. I wanted to talk to all of you about some verbiage and some words that are being thrown out all over social media, and a lot of people are getting confused. Forbearance and forgiveness, is it the same thing? Great question. This is not going to be a 2-hour video. I'm going to jump right through it and get through to the meat and potatoes of it. Forgiveness versus forbearance. And here's the thing. This COVID-19 definitely has created a lot of uncertainty. And a lot of homeowners are listening to wrong information, whether it's the media, whether it's specialists on forgiveness and forbearance, and they're getting misinformed. So I'm not a lender yet. I'm a real estate broker. I've been doing real estate for almost 15 years. I survived the crash of '07, and even though this is very, very different, we dealt with short sales and loan modifications and forbearance and foreclosures back then. I wanted to talk to you all about the difference between a forbearance and forgiveness. A lot of homeowners are assuming that just because this has been going on, you can call your bank and say, hey, I want you to bail me out. I've heard forbearance all over the internet, social media, and I want you to forgive me 3 mortgage payments. The best example that I can give all of you without confusing and using a lot of fancy verbiage, when you guys go to a furniture store and they say no payments for 90 days, what does that mean? Does it mean that the furniture is free? Absolutely not. It just means forbearance. It just means that the payments are being deferred. They're not forgiving you the furniture. They're just telling you, hey, you may not have the money to pay it now. We're gonna let you defer the payments for 90 days. Or you buy a car, make no payments till 2021. What does that mean? Do you get the car for free? Absolutely not. It just means, hey, if you were gonna do a 7-year deal, we're gonna put the payments till the end, but you're still paying the car, you're still paying the furniture. When you call your bank asking for a forbearance, please, 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 I beg all of you, make sure that it's the absolute last option for you. If you haven't been affected by COVID-19 and you still have your job, before you stop paying your mortgage, call your credit card companies, call your car lien holder, and have them help you out by deferring those payments so that you can make your mortgage payment. Don't stop paying the mortgage. The most important asset that you have is your house. So whatever you do, continue to make that mortgage payment. A forbearance should be the absolute last option. Borrow, pawn, sell something, but continue to make your mortgage payment. A lot of people are telling me, well, I don't want to buy a house right now because of this COVID situation. And I understand and I respect all of you. But just think about it for a minute. If you owned a house right now and you were being affected by this COVID-19, you would have a little bit more leeway than if you were a renter. Because the renter or the landlord is probably not going to be as lenient if you were to tell him or her, you know what, I cannot pay you April, May, June, and July because I was affected by COVID. They're not going to defer any rent, but a mortgage company will. So forbearance is just deferring. Student loans are deferred. Buy this furniture, no payments for 90 days. What does that mean? Free furniture? No, it's called, we will defer the payments, but take it now. Take it now. We want to make a deal. I'm going to give you the car, no payments for 6 months because you have amazing credit. Are they giving you the car for free? No, they're not. They're deferring the payment because, number one, they know that you're not going to screw up your credit of 700 plus and not pay. They're going to defer the payments because they know you're good. So if you get 1 ounce of content, of valuable content because of this video or through this video, make your mortgage payment no matter what. Call your car payment, call your credit cards, and work with them so that they can defer the payments. But for the life of God, do not stop paying your mortgage. Don't call your bank and say, hey, you know what? I saw the news, I saw Fox, or saw Univision, or I saw a local realtor did a video about forgiveness, and I need you to forgive my next 3 mortgage payments. That is not forbearance. Forbearance is not forgiving. It's deferring. But please make sure that that's your absolute last option. Please. Another thing, if you were to do a forbearance, this is what a lot of you don't understand. A forbearance is, again, deferring the payments for 3 to 4 months. I've heard some banks are going to do it for 6. But here's the kicker. You guys ready for it? Month 4, they're going to say, your mortgage payment was $3,000. So I'm going to defer 3 payments. Technically it's $9,000. But I'm going to expect a balloon payment on the 4th month of 3 months plus interest, whatever fees they want to tackle. So on the 4th month, you owe me $13,500. You just got back to work. How the heck are you going to come up with $13,500? You're going to say, okay, well, I have equity in my house. I'm going to turn around and refi. They're going to say, Mr. Jones, yeah, there's no way that we can refinance your house because you're in forbearance. There goes a refi option. So what option do you have now? Sell. So again, make sure that you read the fine print. Make sure that you don't trust, no offense, the customer service person that answered the phone at your Wells Fargo, your B of A, your Chase, your Quicken Loans, whatever your lender may be. Ask to speak to a supervisor and make sure you read the fine print before you sign anything. Because once you sign, you are done. So again, a forbearance is not, I'm going to forgive you 3, 4 months or 6 months. It's defer. But make that your absolute last option. And number 2, if you do a forbearance, they're going to ask you most likely for a balloon payment. What's a balloon payment? A 1 lump sum. I owe you $3,000 a month. I can't pay you. Give me a break for 3 months. Okay, but on month 4, I expect $13,500. Well, if you couldn't pay me $3,000 and you just barely started working a week ago, how on earth are you going to come up with $13,500? You're going to say, well, I have $200,000 of equity in my house. I'm going to refi. They're going to say, Mr. Gonzalez, that's not going to happen because you were in a forbearance. You can't just switch whatever options that you like. If you're in a forbearance and that didn't work out because you couldn't make the lump sum, you can't just go to a refi option. No, that's already out of the question. So you're either going to do a short sell, you're either going to be forced to sell, and again, let's make sure that that's the absolute last option for you. Please, please, please. Thank you very much. And again, I'm not a lender. I'm not trying to be a lender. I'm here to just talk about the difference between something being forgiven, something being deferred, or the forbearance portion, and the fact that if you're in a forbearance, there's no way that you can refi. Also, obviously, on the lending portion of it, a lot of people are still advertising that they can do a loan under 600 FICO. I'm not saying that there's no lenders out there that will do that, but most of them have changed their guidelines. FHA loans used to be 620, some of them were doing a 640, but some of them just changed their guidelines to a 680. So make sure that you read the fine print, make sure you talk to a professional lender with an NMLS license. Don't listen to the word of a customer service person over the phone that has no clue about the guidelines, the investor guidelines. So thank you once again. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I will make sure that I put you in contact with a knowledgeable, licensed mortgage lender and answer your questions for free. No obligation. Thank you, everybody.